what is the name of your business?
It's the Cuddle Club.
This is the Cuddle Club. How did you get it started?
I read about a woman doing it in Calgary when I was working one day, and thought about, kind of jokingly thought about, oh, I'd love to do this. And then I kept thinking about it and was thinking, well, why would I do it? How would I do it? How would I do it safely? And just talked with a bunch of my friends and my family and figured out how to do it and did it.
So going back to Detroit, how old were you when you left Michigan?
I left Michigan. I was 23. I had just graduated from the University of Michigan, and moved out to Seattle with about 16 other people. We were coming out here for music. They were all in a band together, so we all graduated and left.
Oh, wow. Interesting. And what did you get a degree in?
English literature and history.
Does that inform anything you do with your business, the Cuddle Club?
No, it really doesn't.
I thought they were kind of disparate, but I don't know. Maybe there's a connection.
Yeah, it didn't my career before either. So, it's kind of funny.
So the Cuddle Club, and you surely get some maybe perplexed looks on your face. For anybody that's not familiar with a Cuddle Club, there must be some explaining to do. So do it now. What exactly is a Cuddle Club, and what do you do there?
Okay, the Cuddle Club has evolved since we opened. When we first opened, it was you would schedule a cuddle session just like you would any other sort of body work, a massage or Reiki session, and you would after completing the membership process, you would come in and we would cuddle, and that's all that I did in the beginning. Over the past year, well, almost year, it's really blossomed into a more holistic center, where we do more than cuddling. It's sort of a soul cuddle, if you would. We do group events that are color parties or sound healing sessions. Just a number of different events.
Who would be a likely customer? I'm trying to envision somebody that it almost sounds to me like you're providing a form of therapy for somebody who might need it. So who would need this cuddling or this embrace or human touch? Who's missing that in their life?
Well, I think a lot of people are missing it in different ways. We have people who are anxious about going out into public and get nervous and don't meet people and don't have a partner in their life. Or there might be people who have a partner in their life and still don't have touch. There could be someone who has just lost their partner. Those are my average Cuddle members. People who come to the events, they range in ages and everything. Each event has a different group of people that attend.
It's interesting. I just am thinking, you said you talked to your family and friends, and as this business sort of evolved in your mind, what has been the reaction from your family?
Well, they thought I was crazy.
Really?
They thought, yes, big surprise, right? They thought that it was, it was going to be dangerous, and the more that I explained everything to them, and sort of just laid everything out, they understood. The most supportive person by far in my life with this venture has been my partner. He thinks it's amazing and such a gift to be able to give, and understands the importance of it, and that it's safe. The Cuddle Club it's really important. It's a very non-sexual place. Period.
Because that comes to mind, doesn't it? I mean, that comes to some people's minds is like, cuddling leads to, but this is therapy.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cuddle Club, one of my main missions I've discovered is really helping people realize, again, that touch is not sexual. It can be sexual, but it's not at a basis. Like touch is nurturing, touch is a whole bunch of different things to individuals, but it doesn't have to be sexual. And everything about the club is non-sexual, which is amazing. People walk through those doors and it's out of the equation. You know, we're bombarded with sex everywhere. It's on the TV, it's on the radio, it's on a billboard, it's in a song. Like, I mean, I've had to explain things to my kids way earlier than things were explained to me, just because of outside influences. Mm-hmm. So having a space where you can go and enjoy humans is amazing.
What are some of the results that you see as you practice this in people's lives? That if you've got any demonstrable way to relate, okay, well, you know, this person came in and this was, you know, sort of the effect of the cuddling after 2 or 3 sessions, or how many sessions would you expect before you start to see some improvement or some results in that life?
Find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel.
I think depending on the reasons why people come to the club would really explain when they feel results. It's the person. Some people, right immediately when you walk through the door, your blood pressure sort of lowers. It's this little oasis. It's an amazing space. So I would say immediately people feel an effect when they come to the club. You just relax a little bit more. You feel it's a safe space and you can feel it. I think I've experienced watching my clients be happier and tell different stories when we talk, and they're not necessarily as humdrum or as, you know, I didn't do anything this week. It's, you know, there's things that are littered in there that they're doing and things that they're excited about, which is nice. And I'm not saying is because they've cuddled, but I'm quite certain it has something to do with it. It's each session is different. You know, each member likes different things.
As you look back on your life, I'm wondering if let's go back and ask your best friend from the 8th grade. Would they be surprised that this is the walk of life that you've chosen? Or is there something about you, Lashanna, and your history on this planet, or your childhood, or your just sense of self, that this is in alignment with who you've always been? You just discovered it later.
I really think it's who I've always been. A bunch of friends that I went to high school with, when I did the press release and the club opened and it was on Facebook, and I got so many messages that of course this is you. Of course, you know, my old teachers from high school were like, oh, this is nobody else would do this. This is you. You know, and even I worked for a cement company for 10 years before I left to start the Cuddle Club. And when I left and told everybody why I was leaving, they're like, of course you would. You're your mom. That's who you are, you know. So I think it's who I've been.
What do you get out of it?
So much. I feel so happy that I can help people. Like just and beyond a cuddle session, the whole space has allowed me to help people and will continue to help people for as long as I have it open. Meeting someone who doesn't go outside at all, doesn't like people, and spends most of his or her time alone, and then 6 months having them come to an event of yours and be comfortable and have conversations with complete strangers, gives me such a feeling of purpose. Our motto is changing lives in small ways that matter. And it's those small ways. Like, it doesn't seem like a big deal to go and attend a sound healing session with 15 strangers, but for someone, it's a big deal. We do meditation for adults and kids, and we have some teenagers who are autistic, and being able to meditate and be around people in that small group can be the difference in taking a bus ride in 2 days and bumping your knee on the bus and, like having a breakdown and just realizing, oh, that's okay. That's just someone bumping my knee. We touch knees in meditation. That's familiar. I understand. So that life difference is amazing.
Do you think that everybody has the ability, and your motto again, what is it? Changing lives in small ways that matter?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think everybody has the ability to do that? If not, do what you do, which is, you've got to be amongst the most rare air on earth. That said, but do you think everybody has the ability to do something in a small way to make somebody else matter or feel like they matter?
Every single one of us. Every one of us, no matter how little we have, we can always do something. You can look at someone and ask them how their day is and listen. I'm so surprised that when I ask someone, how are you? And wait for an answer and look at them and, the perplexed look that sometimes people will get as they start to tell me and my attention is still there. They're like, wow, you're listening? Yeah, I'm listening. Or holding the door open for someone, taking someone's shopping cart back to the store if you're walking that way. I mean, tons of ways that take no money, no extra effort. But you don't know what someone's going through that day, and that little nice thing that you can do could totally change their path.
I imagine a lot of what you do, Lashanna, in both the Cuddle Club, but just in your life in general, is listening. That seems to be a component or sort of a theme that I'm hearing throughout our conversation here, is that we want to be heard in some ways, and be that in a Cuddle Club session, or just to be acknowledged, maybe is a better way to say it, that you acknowledge others' existence, and in so doing make them feel important or valued or somehow significant.
Yes. Would be the short answer to that. I think so many people feel invisible. They're sitting behind a screen. They're an email, or they're a number. A lot of people work from home, and they don't have that sort of acknowledgement of existence and of importance and of their person. So it's pretty fair to say that the Cuddle Club totally does that.
But that's really you, though. I mean, so you read about the article of somebody doing this in Calgary, and you decided to do it. But is it, because I think you probably, if I had to guess, you take the Cuddle Club wherever you are. So you are the Cuddle Club. You take this existence, this way of making others feel, and you envelop them, or you touch people physically, or just, as you said, with your acknowledgement or a kind gesture, wherever you go. And that I hope would be extremely contagious.
It can be. It can be. One of the more amazing things that our community has done is, a few years ago, I read about someone making lunches for the homeless. And so we started Lunches with Love in my kitchen, and asked for donations from the community to make sandwiches and sack lunches. And over 3 years, we fed so many people. This year, we fed 1,500 people as a community, and in less than 3 hours. And that's my favorite infectious good story. It ran rampant around the community, and so now people are doing Lunches with Love all throughout the year. And, for birthday parties, kids are saying, I want to make lunches. And so they make lunches and give them to homeless people, or, drop them off at we call them Nicholsville, which is like a Hooverville site for people to eat, and, little bags of living supplies. And so, I try to take it wherever I go. And it's amazing when you see it sort of spread and people take it and go too. You get the chance to say, oh, this is how it starts. Lightning strikes the heart. It goes off like a gun, brighter than the sun. Oh, we could be so. Just in summation, tell me, when I walk through the door,
First of all, you said you have to become a member, first of all. So what's that process like? And now I'm a member. I walk through the door, and what do I see? Walk me through the process of a cuddle.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take you back a couple steps though. To become a member, there's a few barriers to entry. That's part of my safety. So you would fill out a membership application online, or you could come grab one from the door. You fill that out, and that's really like a code of conduct. You're agreeing to everything on that application, and you put some personal information on there for me. With that information, I then do a background check to make sure that there are no violent or sexual crimes, because that's just something I don't feel safe with. Other crimes, people are people, stuff happens. My safety is of paramount importance. I do a background check. Everything looks good. I call the individual, and we set up a meeting for coffee. So we meet at a coffee place in West Seattle. Sometimes we meet for 15 or 20 minutes. Other times it's like an hour and a half. It really depends. And just so that I can meet them, they can meet me. We're both okay. We're both real. There's no jokes. And after that, if I feel comfortable, then I allow the person to schedule. There's no same day cuddles. There's really it takes me about 3 or 4 days to go through the whole process of intaking a cuddle club member. So once all of that is done, and then you make your appointment and you walk through the doors, you'll take off your shoes and you'll leave your phone and your coat in the little entryway. I really don't like to have phones in the club. If we're all grown up, so if you have to have it, you have to have it. But I like it to be kept away. And the club it's small. It's about 680 square feet. I have it divided pretty interestingly with decorations and some draping. And one room is dark. It's a little bit cooler. There's a bunch of wood paneling on the wall. It feels really foresty. And then the front room, there's some French doors, and it's really bright. It's all windows. There's big, huge bean bags and a futon, a lot of plants. It feels like you're outside. We can cuddle in either room. Sometimes people like me to read a book. Sometimes people want to watch a movie. Sometimes people want to sleep. I have a member who likes to be woken up every 15 minutes as to not sleep the session away, which is pretty adorable. So the session is really tailored to you. Sometimes we might color the whole session and not cuddle, but we're there, we're talking, we're close. It really depends.
I just talked to a friend the other day who had just gone through a pretty traumatic experience in his life, and he wasn't really talking about it. And I didn't know that until he said something to me, because I just asked, as we do in polite society, hey, how you doing? And everything okay? And he opened up and really started talking about the event or this thing that had happened, and started to tell me some of the physical ailments that he had been enduring as a result of not talking. And I wouldn't go so far as to say PTSD or anything diagnosed such as that, but his doctor did recommend that he begin to open up and talk. And I just can't help but think that maybe that's some of what the need that you're filling there, the void in somebody's life, is that communication, be it verbal or nonverbal. And I guess lastly, Lashanna, where can somebody learn more about what you're doing, who you are, and what is your Cuddle Club? Do you have a presence online?
We do. The website is cuddleclubseattle.com. There's some information on there. There's also a Cuddle Club page on Facebook. The website is currently being redone, and the new one will be out on May 1st. I just obtained my massage practitioner's license, so we're adding that to what we offer there. So we're going to update the webpage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice. Excellent. And I guess from there, there's probably a way to contact you and reach out to you if somebody was interested in learning. Maybe this is for them. There are, you and I both know there are people listening that are thinking, what? I would never do that on either side of this. Never let a stranger cuddle me, or God forbid I cuddle a stranger. But at the same time, there might be somebody that is listening and saying, I'm really interested. And would you be open to talking to them about how they could become what you are?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'll challenge you on the cuddle a stranger, because we're only a stranger until we meet, and we meet in advance of our cuddle. So
Good point. Good point. That's a really good point. So
Yeah.
you just took excellent. I like that. Good challenge.
thanks.
Lashanna, thank you very much for your time and patience with my ignorance and understanding. I do believe that I'm walking away from this having felt two things. One, cuddled, and two, I understand. I believe that I understand why you do what you do, and better for certain how you do it. And but I think the why is the most important. And I think you're a very nurturing person, and I really appreciate you doing what you're doing for the world. And I'm going to take that lunches with love thing and try to run with that.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it. There's a Facebook page for that too.
Oh, awesome. Of course there is. Thank you, Lashanna.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
In the